Our planet, Earth, is truly blessed with a multitude of great creations, creating functioning systems that have provided food, medicine, and new technologies for human beings for eons. However, over the past few decades, unfortunately, as we have spread across the globe, we have disrupted and destroyed many ecosystems by reducing their biodiversity. This damage can be seen in many places, like reduced crop yields in developing countries and the increasing rate of animal extinction. Biodiversity is often a word that is used when addressing environmental issues. So, what exactly is biodiversity and why it is so important? Biodiversity is the foundation of ecosystem service to which human well-being is intimately linked. Biodiversity is all the different kinds of life you will find in one area. The variety of animals, plants, fungi, and even microorganisms like bacteria that make up our natural world. Each of these species and organisms work together in ecosystem, like an intricate web, to maintain balance and support life. It is the pillar that allows ecosystem to function and humans to thrive. Without biodiversity in an ecosystem, we lose many plants and animals we find in our world today, including us. Biodiversity has played an important role in creating the planet we live on and continues to help us improve our life. As such, it is crucial for us to quickly identify the dangers, as it will also irreversibly affect our livelihoods and the future of the next generation. The main factors of biodiversity are deforestation, climate change, and invasive species. Deforestation refers to the decrease in forest areas across the world that are lost for other uses such as agriculture, croplands, urbanization, or mining activities. Generally, forests around the world cover 31% of the global land area. They help people thrive and survive by providing people with jobs. It plays a critical role in mitigating climate change because they act as a carbon sink, soaking up carbon dioxide that would otherwise be free in the atmosphere, as well as contributing to ongoing changes in climate patterns. However, deforestation continues to take place at alarming rates, which contribute significantly to the ongoing loss of biodiversity. Between 2015 and 2020, the rate of the deforestation was estimated at 10 million hectares per year around the world. All of this happened because of agriculture expansion, which continues to be the main contribution of the loss of forest biodiversity. Large-scale commercial agriculture such as mining activities, logging, and urbanization. Next is climate change, also a major danger to biodiversity. It goes hand in hand with urbanization and habitat loss. As urbanization has increased, human development also increased, and this has increased consumption of many natural resources. Climate change alters regional climates, making many species specifically adapted to those regions struggle to survive. Additionally, as the climate change, species will move into new areas, altering the ecosystem that already presents there. Finally, with these changes, some climates will completely disappear. Glaciers will melt and islands will be covered with water. A final threat to biodiversity is invasive species. Invasive species are plants or animals that are naturally found in a region and often come from very far away. These organisms are moved intentionally and unintentionally by us. According to the United Nations Development Programme (UNDP), such species are the second biggest cause of loss of biodiversity in the world. Undoubtedly, the side effect of such risks has led to major impact on biodiversity, such as the extinction of species, increase of infectious disease, and instability of food security. The extinction of species. The biodiversity of an area is literally the number of species, both plant and animals, inhabiting the examined environment. When the species is no longer found anywhere, the species is considered extinct. Today, the rate of extinction is occurring 1,000 to 10,000 times faster because of human activities. A report that was made by Intergovernmental Science Policy Platform on Biodiversity and Ecosystem Service (IPBES) mentioned that the extinction of species linked closely with climate change. There are estimated 5% of all species will be threatened due to the high rise of Earth temperature. Next is the increase of infectious disease. Biodiversity loss, ecosystem degradation, and disease share many common drives. Human disturbance of ecosystem and biodiversity loss are increasingly linked to the risk of disease spread of zoonotic and vector-borne disease. What are zoonotic diseases and what is vector-borne diseases? Zoonotic diseases is any disease or infection that is transmitted from animals to humans. For instance, SARS, MERS, H1N1, as well as COVID-19 disease. While for vector-borne diseases, it is a disease that is transmitted by vectors such as malaria, dengue, and yellow fever, which are all linked with the interruption of biodiversity. The loss of biodiversity will be plagued with more diseases coming into existence. Finally, instability of food security. There is a report made by FAO which examined that there is an increased loss of biodiversity regarding food and agriculture in 91 countries, including the plants, animals, microorganisms that provide critical ecosystem service. The loss of biodiversity means there will also be more global starvation and higher vulnerability to diseases. Indeed, the increased loss of biodiversity for food and agriculture puts food security and nutrition at risk. So, what can we do to save our gradually erasing vast biodiversity? Well, there are several ways in which we can help do our individual parts. Firstly, we can start by encouraging ourselves to be more sustainable living lifestyle. Sustainable living is something that we can each choose to do daily, whether it be by taking shorter showers, riding a bike to work, or buying eco-label products. It helps reduce the amount of resources we use. We can also help by purchasing sustainable products. Many products are now labeled with eco-labels that state if they are environmental friendly. Some of the most prominent eco-labels are Energy Stars, USDA Organic, and Rainforest Alliance certified. Of course, the government also plays an important role in preserving biodiversity through the implementation of government legislation. Government have the power to control what is done to the habitats within their country. Protecting habitats before they have been altered is the best form of biodiversity conservation and is most successfully implemented by government regulations. In such, nature preserve should be considered by state governments as a way of biodiversity preservation. Nature preserve are a form of government regulation and are often known as national parks. They protect a region and the organism that live there from certain form of development and provide access for people to visit them. This is excellent because it protects the natural habitat and is a place where people can view the ecosystem. Last but not least, education plays a major role in the long run. As with most environmental topics, education is one of the keys to success. Educating people about the importance of biodiversity conservation increases public awareness of the issue. As public awareness increases, people become more involved and eventually influence their government representative, pushing for more environmental protection. These are some of the ways that we can preserve our precious biodiversity. Hopefully, with the cooperation of the international community as well as individuals such as you, we can prevent any further loss and secure the future and stability of our planet to be passed on to the next generation.